Hello, welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here. My name is Gemma. I am a criminologist and a mother. So in this one I want to talk about victims. I want to talk about survivors, and it will go for anybody, any age, but it's mainly really to talk to the children. So what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about how we can be put in situations that are like a violence, of pain and suffering, okay? So we can actually have that experience happen to us and it's not our fault. So I want to tell you, little sweethearts, it's not your fault. If grown-ups are hurting you, it's not your fault, okay? And I want to tell you that you deserve so much more in this whole, you deserve this whole entire world to be just yours. Because the reality is that if you don't deserve to be treated like that, okay, you don't deserve to be treated like that. Because what in Evans made them say that you deserve to be treated like that? You don't. So it's a load of garbage. They're not being honest, they're lying, and it's because they've got their own traumas, what happened to them when they were little, so they're just mad or they're angry and they just take it out on you, and that's why, because they're not nice people, okay? So who deserves the world, you or them? You, not them, right? So sometimes in this world people can hurt us and we haven't done anything wrong, and you know, it's not nice, it's not a nice experience, right? And it's because they don't understand the pain, because they're just angry. So they're negative at the minute in their battery charge connotation. They're just angry, they're just shouting, they're mad, they don't know what's going on. You're just sitting there, you don't know what's happening. You know, maybe you think it's funny a little bit because you're just little and you don't realise, and they might be angry with you. Well, it's not your fault, it's theirs, because they need to learn their lessons, what they're doing in their life, right? This is what I think. And they need to stop being onwards people and little children, because they're the ones that are the monsters. There ain't monsters in this world, they're the monsters. Because they're angry and they're mad and they haven't dealt with their stuff. So, what you do is, you give all the blame to them. Okay? Blame them. Okay? Blame them. Blame the people who hurt you. Right? Blame them. Okay? Do you know why? Because when you do that, it stops you being confused. And then, it stops you from thinking bad things about yourself. And then, what it does is, it creates space so you can grow again. Okay? So, it's like, almost like it comes full circle. Okay? So, it's almost like telling on somebody who has done something wrong, and they tell on somebody. Say like somebody hurt you and you've got someone to trust, go tell them what happened to you. Okay? Tell them what happened to you. And then, when you do that, you'll feel better. Because problem shared is problem halved. But you've got to trust them. Because if you don't trust them, don't do it. Okay? But if you can understand in your brain, because you're a little person or a little being or you're little, so if you can understand in your brain that that's not good and they've done that and that's bad, you need to understand that full circle, like a round circle of just understanding that we now know that this action can create a feeling of pain, so we don't do that. So we tell off that person, and then we don't do that, because that makes us better than them. That makes us better than them, because they're not good people for doing that to you, okay? So this is how you can understand a growth that takes place in your life, because you can see, okay, you can see you're innocent, you can see that it's not your fault, and that you're brave, you're braver than them. Sometimes you can get adults and they're not brave at all. they're not brave. Like, you get sometimes the adults, you'll get children who are more braver than an adult. Sometimes you get more children who are braver than the grown-ups. And the reason why is because they've been boxed. Because they're older now, they've learned their lesson. Sometimes they're like robots even. They don't even make any sense. They're upside down and discombobulated. So, on that note, we just know that sometimes we have people in our lives who are our grown-ups that we have to listen to, or our elders, that they just say we have to listen to. And if they're not good people, okay, remember they're a bad elder, okay? So you get good elders who are nice, who are kind and caring, and then you get bad elders who are mean, who are angry all the time at you and shout at you for no reason, okay? Or if they're not nice and hurt your body parts, they're not good people either. Or people who just don't want you to be happy, they're evil too, because they're not nice. You get some people in this world who just don't understand, because they can't remember their heart, because their heart was taken a long time ago. Sometimes people get bitter in that. Sometimes people get bitter in their loss, and then that affects them as well. And this is why, because they know that they're not good people, and they know that in the end sometimes we can be glum because we've lost people we love. And that's normal, because that's normal. But when we start pushing it out onto other people, that's where we need to calm down. When we start pushing out onto other people, that's when we calm down. Okay, because when we get angry in our hearts, we know that's not our heart. We know that's our brain telling us, I know I'm right. I know what I deserve. I know I'm a loving person or child, and I know what I deserve, and they're taking that away from me. And we know in our hearts, we know. And we know that it's not gone forever, but they do it because they want to show that they're powerful. Sometimes they just want to show they're powerful. And sometimes, if it's done for the right reasons, it's okay, isn't it? Because we have to get told to put our shoes on to go out, because we can't just go out without putting our shoes on. But at the same time, we need to have that order, okay? But we don't need to have the meanness that comes with it. So we set an example to the world. There's little people, and we set examples to it, okay? So if you miss somebody, you can write things down and then put it in a case and keep that special for when they meet again. Or we can write down our thoughts. If you don't want anyone else to see it, you got to throw it away. Or we can understand in different ways to let our steam out. We can dance really, really hard and fast. Or we can go for a jog and run really fast and let that anger out. Or we could just have a cry. But we know that this is why some of the grown-ups are messed up, because they don't even know how to heal, do they? So this is why sometimes we have to teach them as well. Sometimes we have to teach the grown-ups. And this is why. So, if you've ever been hurt or mistreated as a child, no, it's not your fault. And know that you, as a little person, can change the whole world just by being you. Because you smile and it can be passed around, okay? We don't always have to be sad. when we lose the people we love the most and people we cherish the most, because that's the principle of the matter of leaving a debris of pain because they're pain. So we know that it doesn't work like that, and they want to be in pain because they know what it feels like, and they have lots of bitter in their souls. So there's a difference between people like them, and there's a difference between people like you, because you are still growing and they are dying. So there's a difference between the good people and the bad people, because the people who are good and the ones who see what bad has happened and have compassion, they're good people. And then the bad people are the ones who just see the bad and laugh at it, because that's bad. That's not good people. So know the difference between the good guys and the bad guys. And sometimes, obviously, we can be a little bit naughty sometimes, or we can be a little bit mischievous sometimes, but it doesn't mean that you're a bad person completely. But at the same time, you have to understand that you can't go around hurting people, okay? So no fighting,